YouTube, you guys need to really shut the front. You guys need to seriously shut the front door. Just kidding. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is ExplosiveHumanoid, and today I was actually scrolling down the internet the other day and I stumbled upon this. Check this out.
It's Golden Night. The Grammys had something for just about everyone, from Smokey and Stevie, Queen Latifah, Beyonce's crowning achievement, and Harry Styles bringing down the house. Lara, you stayed up for it all. It was like, what, 4 hours?
I did. It was great.
It was great. We paid tribute to Satan. She doesn't tell anybody because we're pretending like that's not what we did.
Go. All right. I got no, mom. No, mom. It wasn't the actual devil. No, they were just dressed as the devil, mom. Yeah. No, I have to go. Yeah. You did warn me about Hollywood. Yes, you did, mom. Yeah, you did. Yeah, I will. Thank you. She said she'll be praying for all of us. Thank you. All right. She's loving the show. We also made a bunch of political messages in the name of diversity to further promote our political agenda. We also presented various artists that demoralize society in order to keep them broken and dumbed down. The state then gives supposed answers to the problems, and turn the people offer loyalty to the state. I was actually looking at various responses, and I found that the Young Turds response very interesting. Look.
We knew it! The devil's real and he's inside your TV. And so now we got to fight him and debate him and say, no, that's actually not the devil or Loki or Beelzebub.
The devil is not real and he's not on your TV. The TV just presents content that deceives and destroys societies. Well, it sounds like the devil's in the details.
You just turn it off. You get what I'm saying? You just turn it off.
You know, this is the first time I hear Anna say something right. Turn off the TV. That's a good advice, Anna. Good job to you. But then you had to blow it with your next sentence.
There's so much content out there that I ain't got no interest in it, right? Like, I don't need to come up with crazy conspiracies. I don't need to fearmonger about children in my family being radicalized by shows I don't like on television.
The problem is that every company that produces entertainment has become radicalized. Or you can't even watch a TV show nowadays without having it some sort of political message. Anna, if you could have been honest and just told us straight up that if we don't like the political message that you are spreading that influences and shapes people's minds, then to just turn off the TV. Instead of acting like this is a neutral message that doesn't have any meaning.
I don't need to fearmonger.
Funny how she didn't tell you to turn off the TV during the COVID fear-mongering times. Oh no, she wanted you glued to the TV, full of fear, obeying all the mandates, because, well, at the end of the day, the state is a new god. And just as it is inconvenient to question God, well, it is also inconvenient to question the state.
We live in a country that's incredibly diverse.
Diverse? I didn't see anyone in the Grammys receive a recognition for being heterosexual. Diversity recognizes all groups.
It includes people who don't believe in Satan, people such as myself. So when we see performances like this, we don't freak out because we don't think it's real, and we're not worried about anyone being radicalized to be worshipers of Satan.
Well, at the end of the day, you might not believe in a god or a devil, but at the end of the day, you're either going to do the works of God or you're going to do the works of the devil. It's one of the two. You're going to be moral or immoral. You're going to lie or tell the truth. You're either going to be brave or a coward. Choose. It's kind of funny how, like, Sam Smith used to identify himself as a man, but now he says he's not a male or female. I find it very interesting how people emulate more and more the LGBTQ plus organization. We are given the perception that the LGBTQ plus organization, is just about acceptance, but not about transformation, which is totally false. It's about acceptance, but it's also about transforming society. Its influence and characteristics are meant to transform others from heterosexual to any of the many genders they present. This is something we see also being taught in school curriculums from elementary all the way to high school. But in essence, at the end of the day, you have a society that eradicates masculinity and femininity, these two being the essence for the survival and maintenance of a civilization. And in turn, you end up with a society who fantasizes about something that they are not. When you try to live out a fantasy as though it is real, you are disconnected from reality. And when you are disconnected from reality, you pay a huge price, because those who are not disconnected from reality will have a higher advantage over you in the many attributes and characteristics that encompass life as a whole. This is very crucial to understand because, well, we need to realize that the world is a very competitive place. Let me give you an example. Let's say you are in a class, and if you fantasize about believing that you will get A's or pass a class by just guessing, without studying, you are disconnected from reality. You are disconnected from the process one has to take upon in order to pass a class. And it's the same thing with civilizations. Survival demands of civilizations to achieve the best version of themselves. A version that does not try to function by fantasies, but by the truth. And the process for a civilization to survive and even flourish is when a male and female achieve the best masculine or feminine version of themselves and do not fantasize over identities and that nature does not even approve of. And it is crucial to know this because there are always going to be those other civilizations that are going to compete against you. And when your civilization is living a lie and it's living or trying to act out a fantasy, those other civilizations who are not trying to act out a fantasy but are living most accurate according to how reality demands are always going to have a higher advantage over you. And you might be saying, well, why do you care about this? Well, I care about this because every single day the media fuels up more aggression against Russia, and it's starting to look like eventually we will go to war with Russia. And the results for that, or the results of that, don't look very good. Let me show you a military ad from the Russians compared to a US military ad. I believe this video is a 1-year-old, but still, check it out.
Твоей новой жизни. Что ты знаешь о себе? На что ты способен? Вопросы могут остаться без ответов, но разве ты сумел знать себя? Познать границы своих возможностей? К черту границы, а без боя нет победы. Но на самом деле, главный враг — это задача выследить врага, догнать его, превзойти, стать лучше, чем он.
It begins in California, with a little girl raised by 2 moms. I also marched for equality. I like to think I've been defending freedom from an early age. To marry my other mom. With such powerful role models, I finished high school at the top of my class. And after meeting with an Army recruiter, I found it. A way to prove my inner strength. I'm U.S. Army Corporal Emma Malone Lord, and I answered my call.
Let's see, one ad is about gender and to be yourself. And the other ad is not about gender, but about knowing that you're a man. And it's not about being yourself, but it's actually about being a strong version of your masculine self. Well, let's see, one nation is obsessed with identities and trying to figure out what they are, while another nation already knows their identity and are working towards strengthening it up more and more. And what in the world is Pfizer doing sponsoring the Grammys? Is this a company that rushed to the scene in order to develop COVID vaccines, and all of a sudden it demands protection from it being sued just in case this vaccine has side effects? They even admitted themselves that the vaccine was never tested on preventing transmission.
If you don't get vaccinated, you're antisocial. This is what the Dutch Prime Minister and Health Minister told us. You don't get vaccinated just for yourself, but also for others. You do it for all of society. That's what I said. Today, this turned out to be complete nonsense. In a COVID hearing in the European Parliament, one of the Pfizer directors just admitted to me, at the time of introduction, the vaccine had never been tested on stopping the transmission of the virus. This removes the entire legal basis for the COVID passport. The COVID passport that led to massive institutional discrimination as people lost access to essential parts of society. I find this to be shocking, even criminal. Please watch the video until the end.
Voor u, mevrouw Small, heb ik de volgende vraag waar ik een duidelijk antwoord op wil. And I will speak in English so there are no misunderstandings. Was the Pfizer COVID vaccine tested on stopping the transmission of the virus before it entered the market? If not, please say it clearly. If yes, are you willing to share the data with this committee? And I really want a straight answer, yes or no, and I'm looking forward to it. Thank you very much.
Regarding the question around, did we know about stopping immunisation before it's entered the market? No. We had to really move at the speed of science to really understand what is taking place in the market.
This is scandalous. Millions of people worldwide felt forced to get vaccinated because of the myth that you do it for others. Now, this turned out to be a cheap lie.
Well, it turns out Pfizer's not only interested in physically injecting you with a bunch of chemicals, but it's also interested in thoughtfully inserting you with a bunch of ideologies. I laughed a little bit when I saw Joe Biden giving awards at the Grammys. I bet you they were thinking about letting Joe Biden give the awards, but well, after seeing this on national TV...
Yeah. And here's the deal. The idea that... what am I doing here? The best way to get something done, if it holds near and dear to you that you like to be able to Anyway.
Well, they probably came to the conclusion they was gonna give the award to the wrong person. Anna, do the honors, yeah?
You just turn it off. You get what I'm saying?
I definitely see what you're saying. Well, until next time, Explosive out.